The Indian American community in the United States of America is the real American dream. Most went there years ago with nothing and made themselves the most prosperous ethnic immigrant group of the nation. And this finds a reflection now in Trump 2.0 administration. Mike Waltz, for example, who's Trump's national security advisor, he's not an Indian, of course, but he's the India caucus head. And he has had a pro-India stance in the global vision of the country with regard to Indians, and in fact played a major role in facilitating Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the Capitol Hill. Let's now begin one by one with the names. Vivek Ramaswamy, the biotech entrepreneur who ran for president earlier, eventually backing out in complete support to Donald Trump. So after victory, Trump has decided to repay the support, making him the co-in-charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, along with billionaire Elon Musk. And this is one of the pet projects of Donald Trump. Remember that for Vivek Ramaswamy, his interviews and speech garnered attention, especially as he remained a proud American, of course, but also with his Hindu values. He's shown that both these identities can stay merged together, and how? That they don't have to be in confrontation to American values. Eventually, remember, this also helps in an understanding about India and the Indian culture. Now, we do not know about the kind of policies that Vivek Ramaswamy may eventually have toward India, but at least right now, it looks good. Tulsi Gabbard. Now, you may be surprised to know that she's not actually born in a Hindu family. Gabbard was born with Samoan ancestry and has no direct connection with India. It was her mother, Carol Porter, who gravitated toward Hinduism, eventually adopting it as her faith, and the children also started to follow. And Tulsi now continues with pride with regard to the Hindu traditions. In fact, Tulsi Gabbard's siblings' names are Bhakti, Jay, Aryan, and Vrindavan. Her love for India and the Hindu faith have been prominently seen over the past few years, especially when she met Prime Minister Modi. This was in 2016 in New York. She gifted a personal copy of the Bhagavad Gita to the Prime Minister. On a political note, in 2021, Tulsi Gabbard moved a resolution in the US Congress for protection of Hindu minorities in Bangladesh and Pakistan after the repeated atrocities they have been facing. She also made a special mention in the resolution about how the Pakistani military has killed, tortured and drove away thousands of Bengali Hindu community members from their home in 1971. In 2017, Tulsi Gabbard was made the co-chair of the India caucus of the House of Representatives, after which she spoke about Pakistan permitting the use of its territory to terror outfits who then target India and innocent Indians and other neighboring nations. So till now, Tulsi Gabbard has spoken in favor of India, so there is hope that her position now as the Director of National Intelligence will foster India-America ties as well, specifically when it comes to security. What does this reflect for now with regard to the Trump administration? Inclusivity, diversity, trust and responsibility. There is also one individual who's not directly in the administration of Donald Trump 2.0, but he's worth mentioning in this episode, and that's Shalabh Kumar. If you would have noticed, he was seen throughout Trump's campaigns recently and previously too. He is an Indian-American industrialist. He has founded the Republican Hindu Coalition, the RHC, and consistently spoken in favor of India. So Indian Americans would cautiously be watching about how Trump's administration's equation is with the Indian American immigrants and eventually relationship with India. But it's not just about Republicans. Even when we looked at the names of the Democrats, just in this election, Americans have elected 6 members of Congress that are of Indian origin, dubbing them as a Samosa caucus. They are Ro Khanna, Ami Bera, S. Raja Krishnamurthy, Pramila Jayapal, Sri Thanedar and Suhas Subramaniam. Each one of them in many ways have contributed to how the relationship can be or should be fostered with India and will play a very crucial role eventually about Indian American as a group to the American values and its political establishment. So as I conclude, of course I realize that these are their individual victory after a lot of hard work and campaigning. It is their professional rise in political sphere. And yet if you look closely, this also shows how positively the Indians have contributed to where they have chosen to settle. And generations later, their success has added value to the place of residence, in this case, United States of America, eventually also reflecting well on their origins. Because these individuals truly can become ambassadors of India and our civilizational values. Thank you for watching.